live now. We're live. It's a false start, folks. It was a false start. I want to thank you, everyone who has been waiting. Apologies for it being slightly delayed. I stupidly forgot a step, and yeah, and that's about it. So we have Claire Lantern. We have Nadine Warner. We have Sandra Molina. We've got Anna Turian, Rock and Robin, and a few more, a few more. I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We are so excited to be back in 2026. Happy New Year to everyone. Anna and I had this little brainstorm idea of bringing back the Bonestone Bashes to YouTube and saving some of the tasty reveals for Patreon. And that's exactly what we plan on doing. So we're bringing back the Bonestone Bashes to make the Bonestone Oracle, which is the companion Oracle deck to the newly released Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot, The Reawakening. In case you didn't know, we made a tarot deck. And so, firstly, Anna, let's have a little chat about the Bonestone. Like, I've been seeing it
Yeah,
out and about. It's
I
gone far
know
and wide now, hasn't it?
it does. So hi everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Yeah, so I was in New York a couple weeks ago and I was in Barnes and Noble and there I was on the shelf and I didn't know that it was I thought it was for some reason I thought it because I knew a lot of people were trying to get it and it wasn't out in some places. But I found it there, so I was very happy to see that. Um, and I know there's some shops that are carrying it. It's starting to trickle in. But it was very surreal to see it there because I was with my
I
mom, so
know.
I saw it. I was like, oh look, there it is, there it is. It's different when you see it in the store versus when you have it at home. So
Yeah,
it
exactly
feels nice.
right.
Yeah.
I had a nice little moment where I was at Big W with my daughter, which is like a store here in Australia. It's like a big store. And we went in there and they've got a book section. And I've come around the corner and my eldest daughter's just like, oh my gosh, Mom, I know the author.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and like a lot of love has been coming through. Some people that I went to primary school with that aren't even tarot readers or tarot collectors have still purchased the deck to just send
Aw,
a bit of love. And I'm
that's
like,
sweet.
it's so nice. So we're here, we are doing it. We have ideas, we have cards. Now, Anna and I should probably catch you up on what has already transpired throughout the production of the Primordial Pathways Oracle, which is the running name of the Oracle deck. I did want to make it more Bonestone, but I thought that might make things a bit confusing. Nevertheless, we have so far created, where are we? We have created 9 cards.
Yeah.
So we
And
have
we have to
created the
make,
Crone's Cauldron, the Uncarved Stone, the Blooming Flower, the Compass Rose, the Mirror Lake, the Unwritten Scroll, the Crown of Bones. That's a special favorite. The Witch's Hearth, and the Drifting Feather.
right.
Now, some of those I believe were from like the first few images that we sent to the publisher.
Yeah, we
That's
sent
that's
a
when they were
couple
done.
before, yeah, as a
Yeah.
proposal. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So the aim of the game today is to try and get 4 cards done. And so with 9 cards done, this will roughly be about a 44 to a 45 card oracle deck. And initially it was much bigger, but then the publisher said, can you peel it back a little bit to make it more affordable for printing and things like that? So cost of living is impacting this kind of thing. in case you didn't know. And
Yeah.
so we wound it back to around 44, 45 cards. I sent all of that through to them, and they were stoked. And the rest is up to Anna and I. We have a July 1st deadline with the publisher, so this is not at a whim. We need to actually get this done. So we will be quite methodical about how we do this. Anna is an incredible professional. By the way, I have some of her sculpture on display in the background.
Aw.
In case you didn't
Like
know, she does sculpture as
you're
well. She doesn't have
advertising
time for
me.
you right now, though. Mm. All right. Is there anything that you want to say, Anna?
Did you want to show them some of the cards that we did so
Yeah, I
far?
think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in no order. Okay, so I'm going to show the image and you're going to tell the title, okay?
Okay. If I can remember.
Right.
The Witch's Hearth.
Okay, so we're gonna go zoom. And by the way, it's flipped because my camera is flipped. So everything you're seeing, it's actually the opposite. So, and I can't change it right now.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Isn't it? I think it
No,
is.
because I'm sure that that's how. Yeah, no, it's not actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very confused. Okay, so that's the first one. All right. And this one, these were done on the last live that we did.
Yes, that's correct.
'Cause we
Which I'm
did
pretty sure was a YouTube live.
it was a YouTube live, yeah. So
Mm.
if you haven't seen the previous one, if you want to see how these were, you can go back and watch that one. But all right, here we go.
Ah, the crown of bones.
Can you see the crown of bones?
You can. She's got her
Okay.
ancestors helping her fashion
Yeah.
this crown of bones. The unwritten scroll.
This one almost ended up bald.
She started out bald. She did.
She was bald at the beginning. Okay.
That's the unearthed. What was it? What's that one? Unwritten scroll.
Oh,
Uncarved stone. I can't remember what that one is.
I'll tell you right now. Oh, I have them. Buried bones.
The buried see, we've done 10 then.
Buried bones. And this one's
The blooming rose. Well, that was the blooming flower, and we just chose the rose.
okay.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. That's the Crone's Cauldron. The Mirror Lake. These all have meanings and interpretations, obviously.
Right. Which she will be writing, not me.
Yes, that's me. That's my job. And that's the Compass Rose.
Yeah, because it's
I like the way that that turned out.
in the grind, in the coffee grind.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Just
And the drifting feather, or feathers in this case. I love that grey blue black background. These are the blooming. Hang on, wait. Have we
this
done
is that one was the thorned you that one was called something else.
something
Um
rose?
that was called thorned rose. And
Is it the thorned rose?
this is
That's the
blooming
blooming
flower.
flower.
This is
Hang
the
on,
blooming flower.
I've got to find. Oh, bloody
And
hell.
then this is the thorn rose because it has this one's the one with the thorns and the dripping blood. See?
I like it.
Because it has blood. It's like anything. Okay.
I like Oh, here we go. Yeah, the thorned rose. I should really highlight that as being done along
And
with
then
buried bones.
this one is the last one that I have. Okay.
Hang on. Oh no, it doesn't want to find it. What was the last one you had?
Oh,
Oh, yes, the
the
uncarved stone.
so yeah, how many I should count them? One, two, three, five, six,
Nice, Claire. That was
seven,
the
eight,
ancestors.
9. We have 11.
We have 11, yeah.
Should yeah. So
The
we're further along than
thorn.
we thought.
Yes, that's right. I think the thorned rose, the buried bones, the drifting feather, and the mirror lake were the four ones that we initially started with.
Yeah.
Hmm. Excellent. So we've got 11. We've got 11, and we will be doing another four today because we are nothing if not professional.
All
All
right, let me see if
right.
I can
So
see the chat. I just
have
want
a
to make
look at the
sure.
chat because they're coming through. You're getting a lot of compliments on your artwork, Anna. So you should
Okay,
like
thank you
drink it
guys.
in.
Lean into it. Um, okay. Wait, can I see that? Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. I'm getting all positive feedback, so this is really making me feel good. So,
Excellent.
thank you.
Excellent. Yes, yes. It's good to see. It's good to see it received. And obviously when it goes to print, some of it, some of that art, Anna always does, her art nice and big because it will get certain cards will get zoomed in a little bit as well. So just take that into consideration.
Yeah, and sometimes like the publisher wants to like we can crop them how we want, but then when we send them to the publisher, they'll like zoom out or zoom in. So it's always good to have more art.
Yeah, exactly. All
Okay.
right. So that brings us to today's creation. Now, fun fact, fun little story, okay? When I first came to Anna and said, blah, 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 Oracle deck, she looked at me, rolled her eyes, and said, here we go again, in the nicest possible way. But this was the first image that I actually saw, and I was explaining this to her. And I saw a hand holding a pocket watch with thyme and rosemary threaded through the fingers of the hand, and it being quite a close up kind of view of the watch and the hand itself. And anything around it could be like either textured or non-textured, that kind of vibe. But that was the first image, in case you didn't know, that was the first image that I ever considered for an oracle deck. And I will say this, and you can tell me if you agree or not, Anna. You have created quite a few tarot decks and also oracle, right?
Hmm.
Do
Yep.
you find that it's harder to do a tarot deck or it's harder to do an oracle deck?
I think it's harder to do a tarot deck
Hmm, interesting. Interesting.
because, well, because they each mean certain things, and because there's so many tarot decks out there, and there's only so many ways that you can show the Fool or
Hmm.
the Two of Pentacles. You know what I mean? They each mean the same thing. That card has a particular meaning, so there's flexibility in terms of how you're going to draw it, what angle, but it still has to show the same idea. So that's why sometimes you have to be careful so you don't copy somebody else because you're going to come up with the same idea that somebody else, because we're all drawing
Which is
from our own
highly
knowledge.
probable. It's actually highly probable. We had that
Right.
interaction um, with one of our
Oracle,
cards for the Bonestone. So we
yeah,
actually
Oracle,
did
if
a
you do it
card.
yourself, you can, since you're doing it, you're creating it and you're thinking about it and it hasn't been done before. It's harder in the sense that you have to come up with like from scratch because it's a brand new idea.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's chances are that, I mean, in a way, it's easier because it's really more flexible. You can do whatever you want, like whatever card you want. So I guess it's a
exactly.
double-edged sword.
It is. See, I find tarot infinitely easier than Oracle because with Oracle, you're matching the meaning to the image and you want to make sure that that's being translated super well, but there's no prior understanding of that card.
Right.
It's not like, oh, this is the Two of Cups. See, I'm a collector of tarot and Oracle as well. And if there is an image in a card, like I'll have a full tarot deck, and if let's say the Two of Swords doesn't mirror my visual understanding of the Two of Swords, let's just say that for that as an example, I still know what the Two of Swords means. So I don't
Right.
actually care that much after that. Like if the deck is beautiful and it's one or two cards that are out, I'm just like, I can read that. But with an Oracle deck, it's all art. It's all on the basis of art. And with an Oracle deck, and I have said this millions of times, the guidebook is then so much more important in that instance so that you can really get into the understanding of the card and the message of that card, especially when you have these, and we have these types of titles. We have things like the Crone's Cauldron. It doesn't give a lot away, so
Yeah.
you need to then dive into the guidebook and sort of see the key words, the key phrase, and then, muddle through the meaning of it and that. And with a good Oracle deck, I think it's entirely possible to set up a really good relationship with your deck and your book. I always find that the Oracle decks that I work the most with are deck and book based. And the ones that are the easiest to use are the ones that you don't need the book for. That's
I think
that's like
the words,
easiest.
the keys that go on the cards, those are very important. Like if you're gonna, that kind of helps it. Unless you do it all like the soul cards where there's no, it's very like intuitive without any explanation, then that. But otherwise, if you do use a word, then the word on the card sometimes you don't need the guidebook because it's all encompassed visually and with the key. So it depends how you do it, right? But I
Exactly
mean, it is
right.
harder in that sense. I mean, yeah, I can see. I'm in the same position because I'm working on the my Oracle deck and I'm drawing them, but I'm writing as I go, just like a short paragraph because I'll forget. But the writing part is not easy when it comes because you have to make it up. So
Yeah, you do. You do. You really do. And so there you have it. Just in case you were wondering, folks, the process of creating a tarot deck to creating an oracle deck feels very different and yet oddly similar at the same time. There are aspects of the creation process that obviously differ greatly. And there is nothing set in stone with an oracle deck. It's a free form system. So like it's really down to our imaginations and our ability to convey a feeling through the card. And that's not easy, but it's
no,
also not hard. So I think you have to have a little tiny bit of a talent for it at the very least. So I'm in good company here. All right, shall
you
we get started?
yes, yes. Which one do you want to start with?
I'd say the pocket watch.
Pocket. Okay. What's the name of the card again?
The time threaded pocket watch. So I went pocket watch, time herb. I have a lot of thyme growing in my garden. I'm very connected to the herb thyme. And so I like the use of thyme and thyme together. And I think that that's important. It grows voraciously where I live as well. So, but the pocket watch, something with I was okay, let me ask you a question because I need to determine this. I am a I'm a hater of like Roman numerals when it comes to myself reading them because of my dyslexia, but I love seeing clocks with Roman numerals. I think it's beautiful. However, there's an opportunity to put symbols rather than numbers on the pocket watch.
Okay. So Depends how what the feel you want of the oracle. So if it's more of an old type of feel, then
Mm.
Roman numerals would be the way to go.
Yeah.
That would be my son who just came in. Uh, And then if you want to go with a modern approach, then you'd have like the numbers like 1, 2, 3. I prefer like for Oracle decks and for like when I do tarot, I'll put sometimes I would probably put no, Roman numerals. But
Mm.
if you want to go with symbols, you can. The other thing you can do is like you can divide well, it depends what you're thinking, but if you divide the pocket watch into four quadrants, one like then you could create imagery in the four quadrants. Like for instance, you could have fall, summer, like seasonal in the watch in the background.
I hear
If
what you're saying. I have that idea for the spiral path.
okay, so then we won't do that one.
But
But I'm
same
just saying
exact
like
idea, different color.
okay. So, but like for the actual like in the watch, or you could have um one scene almost like a portal, like if you wanted it to be like time, like talking about time. I know
Mm.
we're thinking the herb, but if you're thinking time, so you could put imagery in the watch, you could put the numbers. If you do symbols, um then it depend like we would have to make sure that the watch here's the thing, like when you do a hand and the watch in the hand, I don't have a pocket watch here, but
Yeah, but
um,
this is the this would sort
yeah.
of like be it.
So then think about the hand in the if your hand is open and you have the watch, I need something round. Okay, I'll use this as an example. So let's say because we're dealing with a card that's very small, 2 by 4, right? If you do it, the pocket watch itself usually is a small pocket watch. So the
Yes.
symbols it's going to be small, and since the hand is in front, you're going to have this happening. You see, there's the big hand, and then this, it would be hard to see the symbols, I think. Like,
Mm.
because
Agreed.
the fingers are holding the watch. So the bottom part you're not going to see, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not going to be
I'm
able to, you're
thinking
going to see some.
for the angle, I'm thinking as though
Unless you
me
hold it up like this. So unless you
like
have
I'm thinking of it like sort of like overhead here. Like that kind of looking over the shoulder of the
over
person
like the
holding.
hand. Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see.
And I'm thinking a man's hand, wait for it, because of father time.
I see. Yes. Okay.
Nice big man hand.
Got it. Okay.
See what
Um,
I did there, Anna? Do you see
yes.
what I did there?
Um, so that could work. Like if it's like a headshot, like from the above, right? So you'd be holding and then you'd see it this way. Or the other way would be if it's not a pocket watch, but you get it what I mean. Like it could a hand holding it this way. You could see the hand holding it and then it would be falling.
Yeah.
So it's a different like here if you hold it like this, the focus is on the thing that's being held. If you hold it this way, like this will be in the palm, then um you would still be, I mean, you're gonna look at it's gonna be it's a different angle. So we'll have to kind of explore it and see
I'm
which one looks
thinking,
better.
right. Wish I had a pen. Like I have this pendant, but okay, this is harder to see. But let's say the pocket watch, which always has like a chain attached to it, like
Yeah.
same sort of thing. Fingers. chain wrapped around the fingers, and the pocket watch is sitting sort of almost at the wrist, the most narrow point of the like the bottom of the palm to the wrist. So
Uh-huh.
about there.
Okay.
And in the background, you've got all that time coming out.
Around
And
the
mix
hand.
some little wildflowers in there or something like that. But I really want that nice close up of the watch itself. And
Okay.
I don't know, we could be really new agey and we could make sure that it's at a the witch's hour, like dead on midnight.
Okay. But what symbols are you thinking of putting in there?
Roman numerals.
So no made up symbols.
No.
No.
We could, but I think it's not enough space for it
Yeah.
because I think a watch is a very limited container if you want the hand and the time in there as well, which I think are all important components. The time, the watch, the time, and the hand of Father Time. All three symbols already in there.
And any so we're okay, so let me just I'm making no so Roman numerals,
Mm-hmm.
um and midnight. Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And a male hand. I have to find a
A
model.
man's hand.
I'm gonna have to go look around the house. Um
Check with Peter.
I know. It's like I need a hand model. Um, okay. So you want me to, let me try and sketch it. See how it
All right.
goes. I'm using my own
Well,
hand for now, okay? Because I don't have a hand. It's gonna be
sounds
a, fe-
good.
a female hand, guys. Um, and what is the meaning of the thyme? Like the herb that we're using? Is there like why?
Oh, there's a ton of different meanings depending on the cultural background, but time can be used as a calibrator in all manifestations. It can be used as the literal representation of time. Time is also a healing herb. It also has prosperity, protection, and I think scrying abilities.
Okay. So those, okay. All right. I'm just curious. You know me. Like I asked you, why are we making her bald? You guys know what she said?
I don't remember.
Yeah. I was sitting there drawing her and I was thinking like, why why did we say we're gonna make her bald? So I kept drawing and my mom was looking, she's like, why is it why is she bald? I said, I'm not sure. Let me check. So I I asked you and you're like, I don't remember.
It's like what likely had happened is that I was watching something online and I saw a really cool looking bald woman and that inspired me. And then I had other thoughts in association with that, and then it translated into the Oracle deck, and then you drew it and went why, and I couldn't remember. That's pretty much the timeline that we're looking at. Pocket watch.
Do you have any let me look. I need an image of a pocket watch. I have one around the house, but I don't know where it is. So cool pocket watch. Oh, they have this a case that it kind of opens. Do you want it to have like the case? You know, when it opens, like there's like a
I think that's no, no.
no. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Like the
Yeah, I know exactly the one. My first husband, I collect husbands apparently. So my first husband had a fascination with pocket watches and he had a great many. And well, not a great many, but he had a few. He was very sort of like a rusticy, old-fashioned in that way. For a young guy in his 20s, it was really quite cool. Big shout out to him. I'm sure he's a lovely person and he's doing well. But thread through the fingers, herbs. Now, what is the meaning? Time threaded pocket watch.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to. It looks like they're the what do you call the little hands in pocket watches are quite intricate. Sometimes like they're almost like lacy from the ones I'm looking at.
Ooh, I've written notes. I've written notes about this. Okay, so for the time threaded pocket watch, time, I've got Greek thymon, courage, used in temple incense, spider, the Norns, the Moriae, the weavers of fate, and broken clock face, time is an illusion, Kabbalistic vibes.
Oh,
So see how I leave myself like some nice little thorough notes? It is alarming.
you said you wanted it at the base of the palm.
Yeah, sort of like to the fleshy part of the palm, not
Okay.
necessarily in the center of the palm.
Yeah, because I just
I
drew it
want
in
there
the
to
center,
be,
so now I have to change it.
oh, you drew it in the center.
I
Sorry.
made it smack in the center, and then I realized I'm like, it's not supposed to be in the center, but okay. And thyme.
Oh, look, I might light some incense since I have my candles going right now.
Oh, and you guys know that the deck is would be with Blue Angel. So it would be um the same publisher as the Bonestone.
Yes. And in case you also didn't know, they're publishing a book that I'm currently writing as well.
I didn't wait, they are?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. Did you what is it?
I thought I told you.
You did?
I'm sure I told you.
I'm like it's been a blur. I had the surgery and everything that happened with um during that period is all a blur to me. So, what book is it?
I am writing a book on witchcraft.
Ooh.
And so far it's going to be called Spirit Witch. So I get to put all my many generations of witchcraft and all the stupid shit that I do and all the reasons why I do such elaborately silly things. I'm the only one that calls them silly, by the way. My friends love them. They're like, oh my God, that's amazing. I never thought about doing it like that. And I'm like, and here we are writing a book about it after much encouragement. Who knew?
Is it going to be like 300 pages?
Maybe four. I have a lot to say. Once I get started, once I pop, I can't stop.
So the the thyme should be like all over, like the hands and stuff, like the thumb.
Threaded through the fingers, coming around, like almost like he's standing in
Okay.
a garden of time, holding the watch of time, said Father Time. Getting a little Dr. Seussy there. Oh, Sandra Molina, time of life, baby to crone. That's a nice evolutionary thought. Yes, we are bee lunations. We are a fourth of the way. Thank you, Sandra. We appreciate it. We collaborate very well. Anna can see into my brain and understands my creative ideas. That is her skill set.
Yes, I try. Okay, so there we go. Just draw a rectangle. Okay. So obviously it's going to be a male hand
Yeah.
holding the pocket watch midnight, showing midnight, and then the round are is the like the viney dime.
Yeah.
So
If you could do the hand slightly more open so that
more open.
more of that time can be like threaded through.
Let me think. Well, is he if he's holding the watch?
You could do a little chain. Wrap a little
Oh,
chain around a finger, have it dangling, just a little tiny bit of chain, and
okay.
then have it through there. But that looks good.
Let's see. Do you want me to draw it now or do you want me to not draw it
Just
now?
write, you can just write the notes on there.
Okay.
Whatever's easiest for you. Whatever is easiest for you, Anna.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a quick little sketch because yeah. Mm,
Oh yeah. Apparently you can acquire your own antique pocket watch for about 260 bucks.
finger. And then because you want to see the herb. Okay. All right, so I just made a note. Open it. Okay.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, so we have the time threaded pocket watch. All right. You ready for the spiral path?
Oh, somebody said if the pocket eight Luna eight Lunosians. I can't speak. If the pocket watch is at midnight, you won't see the details very well. Oh yeah, but if she just I'm gonna open it and it's gonna be hanging more from the chain, so you'll be able to see. I'll just do something like this, like this.
Yeah, like a little
Yeah,
motion, almost
and
like a
then
an open kind of
it'll
few
be
fingers
here.
closed, a few fingers open. That's it. That's the
Yeah.
perfect hand. That is the one.
Let's see. You don't want to use the 12 zodiacs. Marilyn Jones is asking if you don't want to use the 12 zodiac signs.
Not a bad idea, actually. You could use the glyphs of the zodiac sign, and in which case it would point to Aries and Taurus. Big hand, little hand.
So you mean instead of the numbers or underneath the numbers?
You could do it instead of the numbers.
Okay. See, you guys are so helpful.
That was very nice. That was
So,
very nice. Who wrote that? Who said that?
um, wait, I just missed it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, Marilyn Jones 9823.
Marilyn
Thank you,
Jones.
Marilyn.
Oh, I
Um,
can't see it. Thank you, Tempest Gray.
so if I'm doing the 12 zodiacs, then midnight would be which one?
It doesn't have to be midnight. I thought then we could just be a little bit more creative. You're
Oh,
an
just
Aries,
leave
I'm a
it
Taurus,
wherever.
and we could just do Taurus Aries.
Oh, okay.
Simples.
Okay. And then should I do them in the order? I'll do them in the order, the way they go. Yeah.
Do them in the order, yeah.
Okay. All right. 12 zodiacs. Okay. See how that changed immediately?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh, I'm just writing a note to myself.
Okay, I'm gonna read one. Let's see. Tempest Gray says she's excited about the book. Claire Lantern, like sand going through the fingers. Like almost like sand going through the fingers. She's asking.
Hmm?
I guess the time, I guess she's thinking. Oh,
Yes,
like
yes,
I love my grandfather's
yes.
pocket
Time
watch.
weaving through the fingers, slipping through the fingers. That's the vibe.
Okay. Um, all right, next one.
All right, we are doing the spiral path. So I thought we could go like super old school pagan here, do the four seasons, or the witch's wheel.
This is where you were saying that the you already had the idea of the four seasons. So why would you use the spiral? Why would you use four seasons for a spiral?
That a four season comprises a full year. The witch's wheel comprises a full witch's year. Like, so it just goes evolutionary, year after year after year after year after year after year, and it just keeps spiraling.
So for but you are you thinking like a literal path or just like a circle and like showing like a
Well,
wheel?
thank you so much for asking. I have many ideas. Okay. Idea number one, like a meditation path, with stepping stones, and that each stone has a different like image on it, depicting a different time or quality, right? And it's in a spiral shape. Or,
Okay.
or you could have an evolution of a person, maiden, mother, crone, walking through the seasons, baby, toddler, teenager, like, and then walking through the spiral, but the images are on the ground as they're walking and they're walking through it, and each one at different stages. See what I mean? I've had so many of these ideas with like the seasons
Hmm.
and the wheel. I like the witch's wheel because I think that's for witches and mystics that's universally sort of understood. And by universally, I mean the witches universe, not extraterrestrial
Well,
universe.
so I'm looking at the witch's wheel. Um, See, when you said spiral, the first thing that came to my mind was the what is it called? Uh, Almost like the Fibonacci sequence, like the
I know what you're talking about.
yeah. And I saw it almost like steps, like you know those like spiral stake staircases with steps
Yeah,
that kind of
the
yeah.
winding staircase.
So that I thought that that's where you were going when you said spiral path. Because you could do that also if you did like you could put like somebody walking on like a spiral path, but because think about it this way, the card, because the problem is when we think about a path, we see it from like you can see the path that you're working, it's a spiral. So the only way to kind of it's a perspective thing, so it's kind of like it would have to be drawn um kind of like an oval, like so you would see it like if somebody's
Mm.
on it.
I'm thinking this sort of thing here.
I'm blind. Okay, but see it's straight on.
It's that one's dead straight on. Yes.
Yeah.
So it could either be dead straight on, or if someone was walking on it, it would be the ground in which they walked on.
So I'm just trying to think how to position the seasons. in it.
Let me look at my notes. Let me look at my notes. It's a good idea because I wrote them, didn't I? The golden ratio, sacred geometry of growth, snail shell, slow, inevitable evolution, fading footprints, release control. They're the original. When I first wrote this up,
Mm.
but since then I've been thinking about it. I like the witch's wheel. I like how it depicts like the solstices, the equinoxes, and the cross quarter high points between them all. So, um, yes, it's neo-pagan, uh, but I think it still has like inherent value.
No, I mean, I like the witch's wheel. I'm just trying to think how to make it so it doesn't look like a map and more like a incorporated in like the seasonal thing, like incorporate the seasons in it. So I guess
Mm.
because of the way it, I'm looking, let me look at it again. The way it's shown, you have the sun in the center, right? If I'm looking at the right one.
I would put the sun and moon at the center.
Sun and moon at the center, and then it goes through Yule, Imbolc, right? Ostara, Beltane. So
Yeah, Litha,
yeah, we
Lammas.
could do let's see. Yule will be the mm, top, and then here's the thing. What if okay, since you have the sun and the moon in the center,
Mm-hmm.
just to take it a little more from a symbolic and more into a personifying and giving it a little bit more of a because if different feel and you tell me if this is at all interesting. If you since you have the center, you could personify instead of having a gif of the sun and the moon or the sun and the moon, personify them, give them face like the sun and the moon have like um the moon, like she can be like a female or like profile. You can have them in profile. And then they could be standing. And then in the background, you could have the seasons in the wheel, starting from Yule down. So in a way, um, where you could have them straight on. I'm thinking like if you think fiery hair for the sun, flaming hair like flames, and then like a softer like moon type, and then bluish hair or whatever. But then the background would be you could have like the wheel, but and have maybe like have a scene, but they would go through the seasons, right? So you would have winter at the top, uh, spring, I guess. Well, the problem it will go into you go into what? Yeah, but not like that. More like similar in the concept, I guess, but it would be,
I like this similar in the concept of it. I like that there are people, essentially. I like
yeah.
the idea.
So, and then for these things around, because then here's the thing, you're going to get into a problem with you have four seasons, but you do have, you have Yule, Imbolc, Ostara, Beltane, and then how are you going to depict Mabon and Samhain? Because we're
Okay,
going into the
I've got
same,
an image. I have an image in my mind, right? Two people, sun
Mhm.
and moon, separated like this, in the same image, separated. And then on the ground, instead of whole images, motifs. So for Lamas, it could be corn. For Imok, it could be a candle, but like at varying sizes. And they're like scattered around them and they seem to be moving through.
Okay, see, that would work because then you would have because the problem with the seasons, you only have four. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So unless you do, you could do the four seasons, and then within the four seasons, add the corn, the different elements.
I think with the Witch's Wheel, you have the Four Seasons plus in there anyway. Like you've got Yule, which is midwinter. You've got the summer solstice, which is high summer. You've got Mabon, which is like the autumn equinox, the middle of autumn. So you've already got the seasons in there throughout the solstices and the equinoxes. And then the cross quarter high points can be represented. You could have two representations of each, like a big candle and a tiny apple, and like just varying degrees. And they're like, let's say that the blanket, the floor that they're walking on is a tapestry of stars. And this is like jutting out.
Would it be totally weird if they were like, if the two people were kind of, the dances where where they,
That's the one. Like the contemporary dance.
right, where people they link arms, right, and you're walking around and you dance around. Like if you had them in the middle doing that, and then around the different elements, would
I'd
that be
say even further apart, like reaching for one another, like
the
at
problem? The
opposing
problem,
sides. So this is
yeah,
this is the card.
okay.
The man would be there, the woman would be here, or vice versa. The sun or moon, vice versa, are like a diagonal kind of perspective, but head on, and they're reaching for one another. And the flowing hair, the fiery hair, like it's all, then it can all be visible. And then around them in a circular pattern are
Mhm.
these motifs. And the spiral will put these motifs in front of them, behind them, like because of that spiral.
Okay. I'm just trying to think how we can put them in the card so that um they don't fall off the page. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna foreground versus background. That's the thing.
Mm. You could
Because
play around with it
yeah.
and make it artier, as in, like, I like the idea of the contemporary dance in the sense that there's like a stretching. So they could be holding on to one another. She could be leaning right into the forefront of the card, whereas he's in the back of the card and the spiral is visible. So in whichever way you think that would look pretty, or whichever configuration you would like to work, then yeah.
Do we but we definitely need to see all the elements in the spiral.
It's all the elements should be there, but they don't necessarily need to be seen, if you know what I mean. You could have a tiny apple, like I was saying, and a big candle. You could have like a wheat dolly for Bridget and a candle, like little things and big things, little things and big things. So it creates almost like mismatched chess pieces, and they're standing on a chessboard, like different
Okay.
size chess pieces on a chessboard, that kind of vibe. It's a little Alice in Wonderland.
Are you thinking of spiral like the those Celtic spirals that on the ground? Is that where you how
Mm.
you're seeing it?
Yes.
Yeah. So almost like it's an outdoorsy thing,
Hmm.
like a grassy surface.
Or they're at nighttime in space. I don't care.
Okay. So we're going with two people dancing, one reaching, male in the background, female in the front, yeah, foreground, and then the symbols around.
Let me see if I can find an image. See what this shows. Okay, so I'm thinking contemporary like this.
Okay.
So
But
that's a bit, these are a bit structured and angled, but I was trying to see if I could find. Well, this is interesting. I think this is art.
I can't really, is he holding it? No, wait. What?
He's on the bottom, legs to the top. She's on the top, legs to the bottom. This is the vibe that I was thinking, but more rather than pulling back, reaching in for one another.
So yeah, they'd be reaching for each other.
They'd be reaching for
Yeah.
each other. He would kind of be in on himself, reaching like this, and she would be out, extended out, arm behind her, reaching. And that would put her like face like this.
Hmm.
He would be the red curtain.
Okay. All right. I think yes, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at some contemporary dance poses to
Mm.
get that because it's like it would have to be
Yes,
yeah,
contemporary dance is beautiful. See, look at this. This has got texture to it.
yeah.
That
But see,
kind of vibe.
if you do it this way, yeah, that's why we have to have one in the background and one in the like
Yeah,
they because if we're adding things around, it's going to get hard to see them.
agreed.
So
She needs to be closer.
right, she has to
And
be
he needs to be further behind, but they need to be diagonal so that you can clearly see both. And then in between, in front and behind. So
the
she's
only
not, her face isn't stuck to the card, to the front of the card. It's a little further back, and there can be something in front of her.
the only thing that I'm concerned of, and I'll mention it because when you do something like this, the focus is on the two people and it's not going to be on the actual wheel.
So
So,
the spiral is going to need to be defined on the ground between them. So
yeah,
the spiral will need to be dark
it would
on
have to
whatever
be,
backdrop it is.
there's going to be, yeah, we have to like, because then you want to make sure that the message stays like, because you're going to have to like write about it in the text, but when somebody looks at the card, they need to think for a second thing in what they see. So that's the only thing. Like we have to make sure that they don't focus so much on just the person, the people, I guess would be.
Mhm. Yes. So I'm thinking like a landscape where like a oh damn. Good gods. All right, that was my mechanic with my car.
Is it okay?
The alternator needs to be changed. I bought a new alternator and he's saying it's the wrong alternator and I'm like, oh no.
I need I need a reference for what do you call it? A reference of a shot of like a people
But
dancing.
yeah, I was thinking of the the spiral being very well defined and then personifications or expressions of the Sabbaths coming to life. So, for instance, a spirit floating through for Samhain, and what more? What more? The Wild Hunt in the background for Beltane and little things like that, but like big and small, big and small, big and small, so that they're all there in some capacity, but that they're defining.
I'm just thinking, like, would it be so bad if you had them, um, like you just said something. You said personification, and you said like having for Samhain different, like a spirit coming. What if
Mm.
each one was personified?
You could have that as well.
So what if each one of the from each one from Witch's Wheel was actually personification, and then they were all dancing together.
Yes, that would work.
And then you could have their, like, depending on the clothing that they have, you could have like something that is related to that. So for instance, Yule could be um whatever, a man
Pine
that's
cones and
pine
mistletoe.
dressed in pine, right? And he could have like a horn or whatever, like calling to the sky, or candle. And then uh for Samhain you could
Beltane,
have
you
the
could have the
spirit.
lovers for Beltane. You could have a fairy for Litha. You could have a like a corn dolly come to life. You could have Ostara. You could have a bunny with an egg.
You could also well, no, that I was thinking you could have a pregnant, like a,
You could have a pregnant woman as well.
yeah. um because if they're all dancing, you could have them all like almost like a party. You could have them all dancing
Yeah.
together. So then the symbols could be on them themselves. And that way that's going to take you away, and it won't be, you won't have to, like, I think they'd be more incorporated. Like
Yes,
it would be
agreed.
more um you're not as stuck to have them on the earth kind of thing, so you're pulling them
Exactly.
out, you're giving them life in a way.
Yeah,
um
I like that.
so all right, so I'm gonna go through, and okay, so I'm gonna make a list and then I'm gonna try and draw them. So for you, we could
We'll
have,
need we'll need grandfather oak for Yule.
so grandfather figure,
Yeah.
and we could have him like dressed in, I'm seeing him in white. Do you see him different? Like white and pine cones and
I'm
almost,
thinking like deep winter greens, like evergreen winter. Pine
okay,
cones, a bit of snow,
pine
some
cone.
mistletoe, some oak seeds.
Okay. And in bulk.
That's the coming of the light. That's a Bridget. You could draw Bridget.
Yeah, with maybe some candles on her, like,
She could be holding a candle. Her
so,
wild red hair should be quite like deep red and flowing, holding her candle because it's
mhm,
Candlemas. So it's the making of the candle. So she's actually holding the very symbol that
yeah.
it's very symbolic. Yeah.
What if, would it be totally weird if, for like, because we're trying to get them to interact. So would it be weird if, say, um, the
She could be
grandfather
lighting
Yule.
She could be lighting the Yule log.
Yeah, I was thinking like either the grandfather Yule would give her the candle and she'd be taking the candle, so it's like a dance kind of thing since he's passing, like, you
Mm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that could be like one scene.
Yep.
And then um so they you know, so yeah, so Yule and Imbolc could be connected in the dance. And then we have Ostara. And then for Ostara, you said the bunny, but then if you have the bunny, you could have the bunny. If in Beltane, maybe how would the bunny connect? You know what I mean? Like the bunny would, you don't want the bunny alone. That's why I was
No,
thinking
you
like
don't.
pregnant woman.
You could
Because
have the
then,
pregnant woman, but the Great Rite happens at Beltane and Ostara is before the Great Rite.
right. Well, what do you want for Beltane?
I think a child of flowers because
So
it's spring.
maybe the child is holding the bunny. Like they could like the
Yeah, a little child made of flowers, little kind of
with
almost fairy
yeah.
child or
And then so Beltane would be child. Well,
oh, here, Rock and Robin says, one holding a wreath, one wearing rabbit ears, one holding a jack-o'-lantern. So the little kid could be wearing bunny ears and holding a little basket full of eggs
you mean for Astara?
for
No.
Ostara, yeah.
So then what would Beltane?
Beltane would be the lovers.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because I wrote down wild child and I was thinking, why is Beltane wild child? I mean, it could be a wild child, but all right.
Oh,
So,
yes.
little child, Ostara would be little kid. Um, what did you? Can you repeat that?
A little child,
Hmm.
a basket of eggs, and bunny ears.
Basket of.
And maybe even a little bunny tail.
That's cute. Bunny ears and tail. Okay. All right. And then we go into Beltane. Now we have the
Yep,
lovers.
the lovers.
And those they can be dancing. And do we want them holding
They could
anything or
actually be wrapped around each other. Like they could be quite wrapped around each other.
okay. Um
Then you
Litha.
have Litha. So we need a beautiful fairy. So I'm thinking Midsummer Night's Dream fairy. Thank you, Rock and Robin. That was great.
The boy could hand Sandra Molina says the boy could hand them a rose. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
It's a beautiful image. It's not symbolic of Ostara, though. But the fairy could be handing the lovers a rose. The fairy for Litha.
Litha, fairy, Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay. Okay. And then we have, um, do we, for, and
Lunasa.
so we're not doing the, um, like the season in the background, we're not doing the seasons, right? We're just putting
We
them in
don't
the,
have to. No, no, we
no,
don't have to.
okay. All right. Okay. So, for Lunasa, what do you want?
Um, let's make him a sun god. Let's make him Lu.
You want to make him what?
Lu, as in the Celtic warrior with a silver
Oh,
arm.
oh. Okay. And let's see, he would be, do we want him connected with Mabon?
Could be. He could be presenting an apple to the crone for Mabon.
Okay.
Then you have Mabon. Then you have Samhain. So, one of the suggestions from our beautiful audience members was a jack-o'-lantern.
Do we want to have somebody holding like a spirit or are we?
Yes, we
Yes.
do. We want to
Okay.
have a spirit. We want to have a ghost.
Okay. So I'm gonna go through again just so because we have one, two, three, four. Yeah, so they're all gonna be in this card. They're all doing
Yeah.
something. So I just want to make sure we're so Yule, we have the grandfather dressed in deep winter green with pine cones, mistletoe and oak. And he is handling Bridget, Bridget who has red hair, um, handing her the uh,
Candle?
candle. I was going to say lantern.
Close.
Candle. Then we have the scene of Ostara for the little child with a basket of eggs, and he has bunny ears and a bunny tail. And
Yep.
then following is the lovers. It's going to be like a wrapped around, they're hugging, whatever. We'll see how they're dancing together.
Yeah.
And then we have for Litha, the beautiful fairy from Midsummer Night, similar to that, handing the lovers a rose,
Yep.
kind of like dancing over and handing them a rose. Um, Lunasad, we have the male sun god, Lu. And
Hmm.
he's gonna be dressed in a like a warrior, right? We're dressing
Yeah,
him
he's
like,
blonde, so he's a blondie.
yeah.
And one of his mythologies, he has many. One of his mythologies has him with a silver arm. But I'll double check that. Hang on, let me double check that. Because it's been a minute since I've studied my bardic grade. Yeah, he does have a silver arm.
And then
I
he's
can't remember
handing,
why the unwritten scroll was bald, but I can remember something from all the way back then. Very nice. Very nice.
he's handing the crone an apple. And then we have Samhain. We're ending with Samhain, um, a ghostly spirit holding a jack-o'-lantern.
Yep.
So since we're gonna go, obviously you're gonna have some in the foreground, some in the background, because
Mm-hmm.
we're not lining them all up. So they're like we're gonna keep them in a circle, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how are we starting? Do you want Yule grandfather in front with Bridget and then moving clockwise? And then you're gonna end up with Samhain probably in the background. So you know what I mean? Like you're gonna have some people in the front and some people in the back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do
I'm
we
just
start
thinking from the perspective of the wheel, like,
right? Or do we
well,
start
Samhain is naturally considered the witch's new year, so maybe they should be closer.
okay. So we'll start with the spirits and the jack-o'-lantern in front and
Yeah,
then go backwards. So Samhain and then Mabon, Lunisalitha, and then you're gonna end up with Yule in the foreground. Yeah, in the background with Imbolc. Or does it
sounds
matter?
good.
I don't know. Does
Doesn't
it matter?
it doesn't really, as long as there is a spiral at some point in the center. They're standing
Right.
on it, a visible spiral. They can be
Because
anywhere really, as long as they're
yeah,
interlinked in that capacity.
okay.
One succeeds the other on the spiral.
Yeah, I think it right. I don't think it matters because it's if they're gonna be they're all kind of interacting in the same, yeah. All right. Okay. This one I'm gonna need to like I mean I could
Think about.
sketch it in terms of, positioning, I could sketch it, but in terms of details, this one's gonna need like um, like we're gonna need people.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know exactly
So
what you're saying.
yeah. So but we're gonna start off probably having like what did we say? So because the spirit can actually flow, like he can kind of be flying with a jack-o'-lantern.
True.
So he can hold like the jack-o'-lantern and then I'm not good at drawing pumpkins. Carving pumpkins for Halloween, I really don't know how to carve them. I
Oh,
don't
we
know.
don't do that here, so I don't know how to do it either.
It's like you'd think I would because I can draw, but no, I can't. All right, so then we would go, then you'd have the crone in the background. You'd have like the warrior here. Then how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So it's gonna be hard to see, but maybe I should draw it. I'll do it with a magic marker. So these are going to be like little figures, just so you can understand how they would have to be drawn so that it could actually fit in the, in the card. Um,
Mm.
as I'm thinking right now, right? And we'll see. Jack-o'-lantern.
You're gonna need a magnifying glass for this one.
Right. One, two. So this is kind of like how it would have to be. So you would have to have the spiral, and then you would have the people in the front would be obviously more detailed. And then as you're going backwards, you're going to lose some of the detail. You will see a spiral in the middle.
Yep, that's
So that's kind of how it would have, like, whoever, I don't know who's going to be, like, depending on, uh, like these, I put one, two, this would be like, say the lovers would be here, and some things would be falling off the page. Like
yeah.
some movements will be falling off the page because you can't get everything in
No,
there.
and that's fair. As long as we depict that motion, the spiral, and then the high
Right.
points. So the high points are going to be Samhain, it's
Which
going
I
to be
put
Beltane, it's going to be the cross quarters, isn't it?
right. So this would be the ghost. You could, yeah, he's holding it. That's the pumpkin. So
I like
yeah,
your
so
pumpkin.
they they would have to be, um they would have to be in the, like, the background. Think of party, right? So if you were to take a photo at a party, you have some people closer, some people behind. So let me just write. I'm gonna write cross quarters more important. So those are gonna be the more visible ones.
Yeah. So you'll
Okay.
have Lammas or Lunasa, you'd have Yule, you'd have Beltane, or Samhain, sorry. Lunasa, Samhain, Beltane. Am I missing one?
So Yule, Litha, Mabon, Ostara.
No, 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 high points, the
Oh,
cross quarters.
so which
Starts
ones
with
did you say?
Samhain, then it goes to the winter equinox. What's in between? What's the
It's, well, so Samhain,
Samhain, Beltane are opposing.
Samhain and Beltane are opposing. Yule and Litha are opposing. Imbolc and Lunarsad are opposing. And
Imbolc and
Mabon.
Lunasa. That's the one. Imbolc, Lunasa, Samhain, and Beltane. They're the four cross quarters. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but I can still remember that Lou has a silver arm. Why does my brain do that when it does?
Okay. So I'll make sure those will be more visible. So Imbolc, Lunarsad, Samhain, and Beltane.
Yeah, I think because they're the most pronounced in a way, but everyone knows Mabon for the apple and the cauldron and Litha for the fairy and the vibes. So just
And
do
it's
what you
gonna be
can.
written,
Just do what you can.
it's gonna be in the guidebook too. So
Mm-hmm.
there's that. Um, okay. Next one.
All right, spiral path. Spider's web. We know how much you guys love spiders. So we thought we'd make a fat, juicy spider, a really nice arachnid for you.
She's lying. She's lying. Don't listen to her. Not nice.
I've got someone named Beach Lover 077 saying, "Hi, Mom." Is that one of your kids?
I don't know. No, I hope not. They're not supposed to be on.
Could be one of mine. My children ta change their handles all the damn time. Although we have a ban here in Australia, so kids can't use social media.
Avalon mum. So it's one of your kids because my kids don't call me mum. So
Oh yeah. I think it was my youngest. Oh well, good on her. Hi, sweetheart, in that case. Hello. Now stop interrupting me. Right, so we've got the spider web, and it specifically relates to fate and interconnectedness, right? And so I was thinking rather than having the spider privy visual in the image, just have the web and the interconnect two actions interconnected. So two images interconnected. Like for instance, the image of someone planting a tree or a hand planting a tree, whatever, and then the tree being grown on the other side. So that interconnectedness of action. And there's also fate. If you plant a tree and you look after it, it will grow.
so not an actual spider web. Or do you want the spider web?
I want the spider web in some capacity.
Because you could have a really pretty image, like when you said spider web, if you had like a um well, in order to see the web, you either have to draw, you could see the web better if it's like the way when you would draw it, like a black background and like a silver spider web, like the beautiful
Yep.
spider web, just the spider web, and everything is like dark in the background, like a black, and
Yeah.
then that would come out, and you could add like um almost like water droplets on it. So so you could make it look pretty, just the web itself. Um,
But I think
putting
the web itself, it could just be the web itself. It could. But maybe we need the web and a glyph or a symbol of some sort, like an arcane symbol. Something for fate and interconnectedness. Like our infinity symbol.
Mm. Yeah, I was thinking that now. Like the
Mm.
infinity symbol would be one.
Yeah, well, I think we could keep this one super simple, but make the web look absolutely like beautiful. No
Yeah, which is
spider,
like
just a
I would just
beautiful web.
do it on a very like this would be like think monochrome kind of like black and white, but the black background and a very thin, like a lacy web. Um, and if you really wanted to connect something, I'm thinking you could put something because what's interesting, they build these webs on very thin anywhere. They'll build it anywhere. I've seen it
Hmm.
one on a string. They from a string, they build it on any corner.
Mm.
So you could connect something from the top to the bottom and the web in between. Like for instance, if there was a leaf at the top and a leaf at the bottom,
Yes, a
and in
leaf, a green
between,
leaf, a bright green
right.
leaf. Yes.
So you'd have like these two things, black
Maybe a little bit of a
background,
tree branch, a leaf, and then another leaf. Like it's almost like it's growing between two branches of a tree.
and then you have like this in there. Because then
Hmm.
that's connecting two separate things. But
Mm-hmm.
you could also have, I'm just thinking, I have to say it. What if you like bones? You could have like these antlers, like the top of like a
Like a horned helmet?
yeah, but I was thinking like a deer, but like with just the top of the deer, you could see the eyes, black eyes, only like and then the horns, and then this web in the antlers connect in inside the
Oh, you could take that one step further and bury Maleficent, her head's underground, and just use her horns.
yeah, it's like that. That way. So that I'm just thinking like things that you could connect it to. Either
Mm.
like organic would be like the leaf. Um,
You could
I could
also,
do like
if you wanted to really make it like fate and interconnectedness, you could have it in the corner of a bookshelf, prominent in the dark corner of a bookshelf, and the next book next to it is Fate, like an
ooh,
ancient sort of like grimoire.
that's nice. I like that.
Mm. You could have it at the, let's say this is the end of the bookshelf. There is a sconce, like a lantern or a light on the wall there, and the spider web goes through there and connects itself to the side of the bookshelf, and then the book itself is like fate and
It's almost
interconnectedness.
like it's almost like a snapshot, like a little zoomed in thing.
Yeah, kind of vibe. You could sort of see
Mm.
it like so, like you get the bottom of the lantern that's sort of stuck to the wall,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the web's out here like so, and then the shelf is here.
Okay. I'm drawing it. Let me just read what somebody said something. Let's see. Rockin' Robin said tree can have a web hanging from a beach. I think you meant branch. Web hanging from a branch. Yes. Um, a fly flying towards the spider web, sealing its fate.
Not a bad one.
Or a moth. Um, the morning dew on the spider web with the sun reflecting the rainbow water drops. That's pretty. Zodiac goat or bull or ram horns. Bookshelf, Rockin' Robin said bookshelf is a great idea. Okay. So let's do the bookshelf then. All right. So
Let's
fate.
do the bookshelf.
All right. So let's see. But this would be like dark and the light from the sconce? Sconce, yeah.
Yeah, it could even be a candelabra with like a little candle rather than a light itself. If you wanted to make it even like a candle all the way burnt sort of down, dripping wax, and then you've got the beautiful web, and then you've
Mhm.
got the edge of the ornate bookshelf, and then a grimoire that says fate.
Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, I need to look at I need to see what a spider web looks like. Okay.
Hmm. On a bookshelf.
Okay. Where's the zoom? Here we go. There's the book.
Excellent.
There's the candle. Spider web. It's gonna be dark. This is gonna be dark. Focus is gonna be on this. You're gonna see the lettering. I'm thinking like some,
Gold embossed letters
yeah, some
that
like,
catch the light a little bit.
yeah, like a antique looking font kind of thing.
Yes, yes.
Gold.
That old
Um,
English style font.
yep. Okay. Good. So we have one, two, three. Okay. All right. Let me hold on a second. I have to let the dog out because he's driving me nuts. Hold on.
No worries. I'll read some comments. Oh, you guys are bringing the good stuff. Morning dew on the spider's web, the sun reflecting rainbow water drops. And that's a nice image too, Sandra. That's a really nice image. Thank you, Rock and Robin. Do love me some books. I'd live in a library, an old library if I could.
Okay. All right. So I can't find my, oh, what was the last one you wanted to work on?
The last one is the molting snake.
Molting snake.
So I'm thinking Ouroboros, just the snake shedding its skin, completing that cycle. So I was thinking a nice, simple image like that, either flat or face on,
Okay.
whatever perspective I think works best.
You don't mind that it's going to be similar to the ace from the, like we have the Ouroboros and the Bonestone.
It could be too similar.
That's my only concern. Um, I mean,
You
what
could
if you
have
show,
you could have someone holding the snake and it's slipping out of its skin.
um, you could also have, it's going to be, I mean, this would be more, I have to look up what a snake looks like. Okay. So does it matter what type of snake it is? No, just as long as
A
it's,
tiger snake would be good.
what does it look like? What's a tiger snake?
I'll show you.
Tiger snake. Does it have a particular head? It looks like a,
It has a diamond shaped head.
oh, okay.
Like, see, it's a diamond shaped head. It has a lighter belly and a darker top. I say tiger snake because we have them here, and it has traditional sort of like stripes.
Okay. Um, so we could do that, or you could have something
They're highly
like
venomous.
this.
Oh, actually, I have an original image. I have an original image. Wait for you. Please hold.
You sending it?
I am going to send it to you.
Hold on, gotta let the dog
Oh,
out.
it's not terribly colored, this one, but you'll get the drift. Where is Anaturian? That's a little baby one.
He's tiny. Okay. So we could do it. All right, I'll show you two ways that I'm thinking. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, we could do it and I'll
This is the image
whatever.
in case you wanted to see what I sent to Anna. That was the image.
So whatever snake, this one, I'm just trying to see, um, because I think the focus is that the skin is coming off, right? So,
Yeah. It's the
the fact
molting
that
snake, which
he's shedding his skin.
it's
Um,
transformation.
so
We could also scrap the snake and do butterfly and chrysalis, but I relate to snakes. As in, I have to wander my 28 acres of property with snake guards on while I'm
ugh.
mowing the lawn. So I interact with snakes on the daily. I don't interact with that many butterflies. Owls and bees, though, I do interact with.
So I have a story for you. So the place where I used to live before we moved here, it was right by the house was right by the woods, so there was like the woods behind, right behind. And in the morning, um, I'd let the dog out and then, take the kids would get up and they'd go to school. So it was like 7 a.m. Kids were at the table eating, and usually I'm not a morning person. So because I stay up very late, I'm very groggy, right, in the morning. I'm like I was half asleep. But it was like 7, and they were having their breakfast. And I go in the kitchen and I'm looking at my daughter was in a high chair, so they were still tiny. And I look down and I think to myself, oh, a snake. And it was just like I observed it. And there was an actual snake, a large snake underneath her high chair, slithering there. And it came in from the outside. And then I processed what it was, and I was like screaming. I'm like, snake! I was like, I took it. Everybody was out of the house. I had to take it with a stick. I didn't know if it was venomous or what exactly. It was a garden snake, but at that moment, I was like, but it was. I just looked at it and I was like, oh,
But you don't
snake.
know what species it was.
It was. After I looked and it was like a garden snake, but in the moment. I saw a snake slithering in my kitchen under my daughter's high chair, and
Sounds like a friendly snake, though. That's a pretty friendly snake.
it was the oddest thing. I've never, because you don't usually see snakes here. We're not that in the wilderness to see them.
That's funny. If you're not used to it, they sneak up on you. And this is
Oh,
what I was
I was.
saying to some friends of mine, because like Gordon, my beautiful friend Gordon White, he lives on a property just like I do. And we're often talking about all the things that we do to like beware of snakes because we have so many very, very highly venomous snakes in this region, right? But here's the thing. You can't see snakes unless they want you to see them, in which case, by the time you see them, you're pretty fucked. Like, it's one of those situations where they're far too close. And, but truth be told, most snakes just want to be left alone. And I don't tend to come across too many of them, even though I live in the bush because I'm always outside and I'm mowing, and the vibration sends them
Oh
afar. Like they don't
yeah,
want to be
they don't
around.
like that.
This is
They
why you're
it
supposed to stomp your feet. Like this is why you stomp your feet around snaky areas because the vibration of your feet tells the snake that people are coming and then they can scutter away.
unless they want to eat you, then they won't.
Mm, yeah. If it's
Then
mating
they
season or if it's birthing season, you're stuffed. Like we don't walk around in the bush in spring here because baby snakes can't control their venom. So they will bite you just because they can, and then they can't control their venom, in which case a lot of accidents happen with little baby snakes in spring.
Mm, well, that's not good. No,
Oh,
I
I
don't.
love Australia. All the things that you know. Like here's one thing that I will say, like Australian to non-Australian. We know, Australians know so much about animals, weather, and their land in a way that I don't know any other country do. Like, I don't know, maybe indigenous peoples of different parts of the world absolutely would, But when you are at the mercy of your environment, you need to know everything there is to know about environment. Kids know about snakes when they're 4 years old.
They
They
can
already know
identify them.
about what to do. They already know how to spot a snake, and they know to tap their boots on the ground. Like there's just Australia's a wild place.
Yeah, see, no, the most thing, I mean, here yesterday I saw a red fox in my driveway. So big, big red fox. She was very
Oh,
pretty.
cool.
But like, I get the animals that I get are raccoons, foxes, coyotes, deer. I have like a family of deer in my backyard. It likes
Very
to
nice.
hang out, but that's, I guess the black widow spider, we have that, but we don't have anything. I mean, there are some poisonous snakes, but not like in Australia, definitely. So,
Mm. Yeah, we've got
okay.
something like 8 or 10 poisonous varieties down here.
So here's how I'm thinking. So there's two ways we can go about it, about
Okay.
the,
So you've got
um,
options?
I got two options. So we could do, if you wanted a close up of just like the head and then the actual skin coming out, and then so
Mm-hmm.
the focus would be just on this section, so you'd see a close up of it. Or you could do like a top view and have like the whole snake and then the shedded pieces
Yeah,
around
that I like option two.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could do
Option
that.
two is nice.
And you said you wanted a, what is it called again? Not tiger. Tiger snake?
Yeah, a tiger. Some Australian variety anyway.
It would be nice if you could pick a snake that is colorful,
Let's have
because
a
that
look.
way you have like you'd have the you could see the shedded skin, which would be more transparent, and then the actual, you know,
The banded collet snake, red, pink, and dark brown and black. Red belly black snake, red and black.
yeah, just
Tiger snakes, which come in yellow, olive, orange, or black hues.
pick a snake that you like, and then just send me a photo with which one you want.
All right.
So let's
Bandana,
see.
Anna, a
Um,
photo of.
Sandra Molina says you could have
Hmm,
the snake slithering through the forest floor, catching his skin on the sticks, leaving behind the skin.
not bad.
We could if we have him from the top, like we drew him.
Hmm. Well, what would his background be with
Well,
that
it would
second
be on the
image that you
ground.
showed? Yeah.
It would it would be on the ground. Unless like I mean you don't, it doesn't have to be in his environment. You could have just a plain background, but if you want him in the environment, it would be like probably something like dirt so it would stand out like dark. I would not put him in grass because then it would obstruct the snake. It's going to be
Yeah.
kind of
What
hard
about
to
if he's crawling over, like, what are they called? Clusters of crystals.
like, but would that be like, where would he find those? I'm just thinking like, where
All through
would,
nature, in caves,
yeah, I mean,
lots
if
of
it was in
crystals
a
in
cave.
caves. We have a lot of like
But see,
open
that would be
spaces here.
competing. You want to have it as plain because the way to the skin is transparent. So you want to focus to be on the skin. And if you put something that's more edgy underneath him, you won't be able to see it's going to take away from the
What about just stone?
stone could work.
Like a dark
Yeah,
stone.
like a slab.
Yeah. See if I can find my.
Sandra Molina says her husband saw a small snake at work and he thought it was a Halloween prank until he tried to pick it up and it moved. It was a baby cottonmouth. Okay, that's scary. I would be screaming. Ah,
I've got a story that would match that. I lived in in this three-story rainforest house in a suburb called Camarunga in far north Queensland, and like this was all wooden, and it was just right in the rainforest, like in the thick of the rainforest. And my then husband comes home and he goes upstairs to the bedroom. My father was staying with us at the time. He was down visiting. Um I had Savannah, like my daughter already, and I was expecting my son, but early expecting. He starts laughing from the upstairs bedroom. I'm like, "What are you laughing?" And he goes, "Oh, good one." And I'm like, "No, no." And he's like, "Did you put a rubber snake in the cupboard?" And I'm like, "No, I did not put a rubber snake in the cupboard."
oh God.
And so we had to have the snake handler come and remove a snake from the inside of the cupboard. I'm like, "How long do you reckon it's been there?"
Oh my
But
gosh.
I'm thinking that kind of stone, but darker.
It's showing white to me.
Yeah, because it's directly under the light. It is quite the light stone, but I'm also thinking the base, the
Ah,
black, that stone.
okay. I got
It's
it.
got to be a bit bone stony.
Yes. Yeah. All right, good. So we got
And that's part of the
four.
reason why I thought we could do the infinity symbol with the snake,
Mm.
because it's part of the bone stone.
Well, do you want that for it? Or because I didn't draw it as infinity. I drew it more like
No,
a
it doesn't have to be.
okay. All right. The one that's going to be more complicated, obviously, is going to be the spiral one with all the figures. So that one is going to
Yeah,
need.
the spiral's going to be the hardest one, I think. Wow, but four images sketched out. The concept sketched out at the very least. Oh my gosh, that's going to make it. Anna, we've got 11, 12, 13, 14. That's going to be 15.
I know. We're getting there.
And this will give me some time to write the last few ones that we did.
Sounds good.
Yes,
And
I'm
we
not
have
leaving the
lots
writing
of
to the
help.
very end this time, so I'm going to write as we go along.
Thank you guys for the help.
Indeed. This is why it's so fun to do a Bone Stone Bash, because you guys are absolutely amazing. The ideas that you guys come up with can sometimes, maybe they don't get funneled into the project, but they do tweak a little extra imagination. Like the little boy with the bunny ears and the bunny tail. Thank you very much for that. Basket of eggs. It's a nice vibe. It's a nice vibe. And I love a community-led project, which is why I think the Bonestone was actually such a passion project to begin with, is because so many people got involved and really supported it and wanted to see it grow and encouraged and looked out for us, because there was quite a few times where I don't know if you guys remember, but and I had actually created an image live in front of you, like from concepts in our own brain. And then Anna got an email saying Lisa Hunt has done
Yes.
that same
Yeah.
image. I think it was the pastoral tarot, and it was a
Yeah.
farmer.
Yeah. I
And
think it was
so
the Four of Cups, I think.
Four of Swords.
Or for I remember it was a
Yeah, because
four.
it became Chris Hemsworth's butt after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it helps. It actually helps to really have more eyes on the project as well. So we appreciate your presence and your comments and your ideas. It's so lovely to see other people as excited as we are to bring something like this to life. It's my first Oracle deck. It's my
It's
first
gonna be
one.
it's gonna
Anna's
be
done a
fun.
million, but it's my first one. What oracle deck are you doing for yourself? You're doing your own oracle deck. Which oracle deck
Working
is
on
this
the
for?
Embers of Light.
I have a question for you. You have a black and white deck.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Tarot of the Abyss. Or are you talking about the Lenormand? The Lenormand is
No, I
all
think it's
black
Tarot of
background.
the Abyss. I think it is Tarot of the Abyss.
Yeah. That one is it's pen and ink and it's on a cream colored background.
Okay. Okay, Tower of the Abyss. Thank you. That's what I needed. Adding it to my list.
Oh, I'm like, why is she asking me?
I'm like, I have many of your decks, so I'll just add that one to my list. I saw someone taking some photos of it on Instagram, and I'm just like, what? I know that artwork. What deck is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that one is, I know everybody's asking me to go and my dog is making a lot of noise in the background, sorry. Um, to make it in color, but it's not gonna be in color. It is black
No,
and
that's
white.
not the vibe.
Yeah.
That really isn't the vibe. But do you know what the vibe is? Is right now, this morning I did this and I can't believe I haven't done this before. Okay. So somebody tagged tarot decks of favorite tarot decks of 2025 or something like that, and the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot was in there. And I clicked on the tag. I've never done this
Uh-huh.
before. I clicked on the tag and I saw everybody that had been posting the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot. And there was so many people sharing and posting. Someone even had like a COVID mask with the nine of swords.
Oh, really? Where is that on
Yeah,
Instagram?
that's on Instagram. You can
Oh,
actually look at it like
totally.
Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot and you'll find
I
it.
haven't
I
done that.
can't believe
I
I've never done that before. I
yeah.
think part of me was like, I'm too lazy to type all of that out. But I went in there and I gave everyone some love, and it was so nice to see. And there was a lot of like first editions as well, and I had no idea. I hadn't gone hunting for it. And I was talking to my bestie about it, and she's just like, "How have you not done that before?" I'm like, "I don't, I don't think about that sort of thing at
Yeah,
all."
I don't think I've clicked that on the actual tag before. Now I come to think of it. I
Yeah,
usually
that's what I mean.
type
Today
things
is
in,
the day
yeah.
that I did. It blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. People doing spells with it and like wearing it as COVID masks and like having it in their favorites and doing readings and just like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I was like, oh my God, I've been missing out on these good feels.
I'm gonna go look after this. I'll take
Yeah, you'll see what I mean. It's a nice vibe. But yes, I am looking forward to seeing when the deck actually hits some part of Europe
I
because
think I mean I know there's some stores in I know that in France there was a store that ordered wholesale from US Games, I believe, and then they distribute it. So I know that there were a couple. I mean, Amazon for some reason took a long time in the US. So at first it was supposed to release in December, then it went to January. So it kept pushing. I think what happened was they didn't think because a lot of people purchased it, so it went out of stock, so they didn't have it in the Amazon stock. So they probably,
mm,
so they weren't estimating that they'd need more, maybe.
mm,
So that happened. But yeah, and I know like because the Barnes and Noble that I saw it had a bunch, and then because I was curious, I was like, I'm gonna see if it's around, and then they didn't have it, so then it went out of stock. So they will have to like constantly bring in more, which
mm.
if they
Yeah, and there's been t
printed
two lots of printing for the second edition.
Right, because it's
I've been made
if the
aware.
printer only printed so many, then they have to go back to the printer and print more.
That's it.
And that
So
takes, a month or so more probably to get them back in.
excellent. It's so exciting. Ah, so nice. Well, folks, that about does us for today. A pre-order on Amazon and it was a month late arriving. Oh,
Yeah,
Carol Adrock is confirming what you've just said. Oh, and she also likes the Tarot of the Abyss.
thank you. That's my
Oh, and
baby.
you're welcome,
Baby.
Carol. That's so nice. All right, folks.
All
Well,
right.
we might wrap up now. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We've been online for a fairly long time.
Now it's like
But we
two
did get
hours.
4 cards done and we managed to interact with you guys, and you gave us some really lovely suggestions that helped to drive the direction of the art. And that is why we do this, because it is a great experience. So thank you for hanging out.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time and we'll probably show you one of the cards.
Yes. All right.